I like it when men talk about sex and marriage and all, but the version that comes from women, that it's quite different, because it's almost like the men are at the giving side and we are at the receiving side as well. And it's even better when it's coming from a woman of God. That means it's genuine. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is none other but our very own Rev Mrs Gloria Kobi, a woman of a saturated experience in practical and reality married life, married to one of Ghana's choicest man of God, Prophet Emmanuel Kobi. I love this man so much. I saw a video of him saying some part of Ebony's song that myself I had not heard. I had to go and listen to the song because of the man, because he likes some part, so I had to. What? That's your papa, yeah. I saw that with Roman Father, and I'm like, I need to listen to the song because I had not listened to that before. That's amazing. And a humble wife, a loving mother, and then she is a very, very active businesswoman, a unique woman of God, Mama Gloria, as she is affectionately called, with a simple dip of truth on marriage from the Word of God. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mama Gloria, Reverend Mrs. Gloria Kobi. Is she in the house? Hey! Ah! She's already here. Thank you, Mom.
It seems we've learned a lot, and most of the time we think that when we are Christians, there are certain things that we shouldn't talk about. But we are human, and since we are on earth, we have to balance everything. There is physical and there is spiritual, and if we don't balance it, we fall short, because most of the time we, the Christian women, are not doing well at all. So today, I am about to share with you how to make the home for good sex. Naturally, we think that it is the man who always needed the sex. But I want us all to know as women that we also need it. It is not for the men. It is for both of us. Because when God created man, he created women. That means we are part of them. Whatever is in the man is also in the woman. I want to thank our two speakers for what they shared with us. As they were speaking, I started thinking that there were legalities, there were medicals that affect our sexual life. But we have to know that there are natural things that must also affect us. And that is what we need now. Now, if you are in the home as a wife, Counselor Lutrot has made us to know that mistresses are there to help. But how can we keep these men so that those mistresses don't take over? We become a mistress at a time, but just after being married and being a wife, we stop doing whatever we were doing to let another person take over. But if you want to keep your husband not to get a mistress, then there are other things we have to do. And that is what I want to share with you. Now, from what they talked about, I was able to put out a lot of things. The first thing that I want us to share is that the lawyer said there are a lot of legalities in sex. Now, when he was bringing out the points, I saw that the men were quiet. Now, because of what he has said about sex, men are now going to sit back not to worry the women, because if they worry us, we can take them to court. Is it going to benefit us, or is it going to spoil our lives? Now it is not the men again, it is the women that need the sex. Because from now, they are going to push back to only those who will allow them to do it. What are we supposed to do as women? If you want to keep your man, then you have to keep your home. Keeping your home psychologically for the man is what we have to learn how to talk to them. Talking to a man attracts them more than any other thing. It doesn't matter what we wear, but if you don't attract him with your words as a king, giving him the reverence, then he can be with you on bed and never erect. Because sometimes we also think that they needed it, they need it, so anytime they want it, they should have it. But it is not so. Women have a role to play, and our role is to be able to attract the man. In the home, how we keep ourselves. If we are going to keep ourselves well, how we dress. You see, sometimes you may think that somebody is wearing, as they were saying, the bikini and those things. It is very good. But do you know what your man likes? There is a specific thing that your man likes. It is not always what somebody has done that is going to work for you. But what the man that you are also living with likes, the thing that attracts that man is what you have to do. If we don't want us to, when it is the men should do this, the men should do that, the women are happy. But if we, the women, also don't do what the men like, then it is going to cause trouble in the house. So we, the women, have to put up a behavior that will let the man feel like a king. If the man does not feel like a king, he is not going to come to the queen unless he is a stupid man. You can't insult a man and expect the man to come to bed to you the same night. It will never happen. And we think that there are certain things that happen in our mind as women that even deters the men from coming to us. If we are going to learn how to attract them, then we should know how to speak to them. Speaking to them, it is not only by our words, by our gestures. You see, women have a lot of things that we do to deter the man. Then we go to a pastor and ask, my husband is not minding me. Why? Even our way of walking out of them. Men have some instance that God has given to them. They feel superior. Wherever they are, they want to be on top. And if we, the woman, wants them to give us what we want, then we have to put them on the high, where they need to be. If we don't do it, we should forget about this squatting and orgasm and whatever that we are expecting from men. You can dress to please them, which is part of it. But is it the only thing that you need? Sometimes we should talk to them. Sometimes we should let them feel free. Even when he has fallen short in a part of sex that you don't even feel he didn't do anything, you don't go and tell him you didn't do anything. These things are also killing the men. The men came to talk to us for us to feel good. I am here to also talk to you about their tears that they don't bring out. They also have their tears. And their tears is killing them softly and quickly. So if you want your man to be with you, there are a lot of things that we should learn. I remember that when we were supposed to come here, I had prepared. Then I went to my husband and said, can you help me, because I need a lot of things. So when I asked, he said, what have you done? I said this, oh, but this one, you know it, so there's no problem. Why? Because if we don't treat these men as kings, forget about your orgasm, because he comes to you and just release and go, because that is what he needs. So a lot of women are not having what they should have in sex. Why? Because the men feel like they have just come to urinate and they go away. And after that, they sleep. When you think that they should even come closer to you, they sleep off. And it makes the woman so angry. The next day, so angry the following day, that it affects even the children. But that is not what it should do. The Bible says that we came in with them to help. So wherever they fall short, it's where we should come in. When they were talking about it, when we were asking questions, a doctor said that after sex, they need food. And counselor said, the food, they are buying it for the women. And the women are happy eating. The men are drinking the water. And you will expect that man to get the energy for the other time. We have been on the receiving side. If we want to let this orgasm and this quitting be part of our lives, then we should also learn to give. Give them the proper food they need. If they need it, give it to them. When they were talking about it, I said, when they see the wives, there is no ejaculation, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because when the bed is in the bedroom is set, you go and meet the woman's things on the bed. He just brings them out of the wardrobe and put it there. Pick one, pick two, pick three. What are we wearing? I don't know. The next time, he will just pack all, push it into the wardrobe. The next time when it is opening, the things fall down. But he has gone to a lady's house who has packed her things very well, even in a single room. So there are a lot of things that we as women should also learn to keep the man that we have in the house. If he's able to take you to your orgasm, then the next day you call him and say thank you. There are better things that we need to learn. Whilst counselor has started this, that will help men to be able to be free. It's not that they don't want to do certain things, but they fear. Because when I start, even the woman knows how it will end. So when he say come, no, you just open up. How you want to take it? Have you finished? Put the cloth on me. No. you have to also enjoy your part. And let the man also enjoy his part. If we don't do that, the men will die or the men will age. Then we will stay and take care of the children. Is that what we want? No. So there is also a part for the woman to play in the house. Remember, the children are just gifts. It is the husband or the wife that God has given you. So you don't put the children first. You put the man first. And we have lived with this, that women are taking control. We have the power. We have the energy. Now, all that the legal people said, give credit to the women. We will take the credit, but we have the pain. Because they will find any other way to satisfy themselves. So we were talking about big penis, small penis, medium. What do we need? There is a way to work on ourselves. If doctor said God has not given that way, that you can't receive when it's big or you can't receive when it's small, there is a way that we have to even work on our vagina. There is an exercise for it. So sometimes it is what we hear from friends that is killing us. We have too much friends that are advising us wrongly, and we are doing the wrong things, and it is affecting marriages and homes. If you need that exercise, you see me in chambers, not here. There are a lot of things that are going on that we have to set up. You want to get your orgasm, you're going to get your squid, then psychologically you have to make up your mind. It is from how you love the person that you are with that you'll be able to get whatever you need. If you don't have it, you don't get it. If you don't respect what you have, there is nothing that you can get. Because for now, it is the age of the women. But if it is our age, it is humility that will take us on top. You can get whatever you want. Whatever shopping you want. Whatever car that your husband can buy. Whatever food you want to eat. But there are a lot of things that women must learn now. Dress well to please him. Not dress well to please your friend. This hairstyle was good for your friend. He did it, so you do it. You go to the home and your husband doesn't like that one. But since it is your friend that said it looks good on you, you take it. No. This is not Bible. This is natural. So if we want to live our lives well and enjoy sex in the home, not outside, so that the man can also come home and enjoy sex, then there is a lot for the woman to also do. Keep yourself, bath in the night, and make yourself a bit refreshing. Don't make yourself as if he wants it, so he will come for it. And some men will come for it because they need it and they don't have anywhere to go. But in their mind, what are they saying about you? Let us all learn how to keep these men that God ourselves we have given to ourselves. Because whatever you are doing now, somebody is ready to take it from your hand. What you think it is not good, somebody is ready, standing there for it. And that is what women don't want to hear. But it is the truth. The man can be in the house for you, but his mind and his heart is somewhere else. Why? The home is not kept well for him. Make sure you keep the room, you keep the house, you keep the children, and you keep yourself. Ask him questions about, how do I keep this? You see, some men like more hair, others like Sakura. Do you have to ask? Ask. Let things become a natural thing. Sometimes when I'm talking to my children and I mention pennies, says, hey, mommy, say, if I say hand, isn't it part of the body? If I say eye, so if I say pennies, what is wrong with it? You see, we Ghanaians have made things so difficult that little questions we cannot ask. Why are we all here? Some of us, because our parents couldn't talk to us about those things. It is time that we start learning. It is not going to be everything that is good for you to hear, but sometimes bitter pills help to solve your sickness. It is time for us to sit down. If we want to live long and have peace of mind, make the man that God has given to you a king. When you see your president or you see your pastor, how you go down for them, go down for that man too. And if we are able to do this, we will also live long, and they will also live long, for the family to have a peaceful place to stay. I don't know if you may have a question to ask, but it shouldn't be always better for the woman. Sometimes we should let the men also feel better. And when they feel better, they will also let us feel good. Yeah. So if you have any question, then I think you can.
Any question? Mommy is here too.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, woman of God. It's not really a direct question, but more of a commendation. And thank you very much. I think you touched on so many important points that we need to really relay to the youth and to the young women who are upcoming. It's not really about sex. It's about how you keep yourself, knowing the attitude, how to respond to a man emotionally before the physical aspect. So I just want to embrace you. Thank you so much. God bless.
Okay, so now we have to broaden it. Question, compliment, addition, any other thing you, all right, okay. So now it's...
Hello, everyone. Mommy, thank you very much. In addition, I would say women, we have to be very creative. There should be a time where your husband will be coming home and you be in the lingerie. It shouldn't be black, it can be pink. And then you serve him in your heels. I mean, there's a whole lot you can actually do. But one more thing too is always make sure your bedroom is like a hotel room. It's very, very important. I talk to a lot of women, a lot of women groups and all that, and I actually relate to them very well when it comes to these things. We think everything is spiritual, We sometimes pray for our husbands, and I tell the women, pray for yourself. Stop praying for your husband, because your husband was created in the image of God. Pray for yourself to meet his needs, and stop praying for your husband that he should rather meet your need.
Thank you. Any more? Yeah. Keep your bedroom like a hotel room. That I agree. Yeah. Because we usually want to have a night out. Why do you want to have a night out when your room, it's almost like where you are going? And the lingerie is on point, and the perfume is on point, and no baby smell. You know, the whole thing changed when they are babies. The whole room smell completely babies. Forgetting about the fantasies and all the sweet things we could put there. All right, so a man would want to come.
Thank you, Mama, for your beautiful contribution to our ladies and for ourselves as well. And thank you, sister, for reminding our sisters and wives to keep our rooms like a hotel rooms. My contribution is about the thoughts and the feelings of our ladies must also be conducive to make the home harmonious, because thoughts are things, and the thoughts you think about yourselves, your friends, vis-a-vis your husbands, and the feelings you create out of the thoughts that you have gathered and from your own mental processes, as well as that of your husband and your husband's friends, should be conducive and harmonious for your own well-being, because some can be poisonous and some can be disastrous. So try at the end of the day, whatever thoughts you are thinking and whatever feelings you are emitting in your environment should be very harmonious and lovely. Thank you.
Please, any more before we finally give it to Mommy? Any more? All right. That's
Thank you very much. My question is that I have two beautiful daughters, and then I'm a career woman too. So I wake up at dawn, up and down, up and down. I always want to make sure that my home is clean before I leave, because I don't want to come back and the place is not in a good shape. Unfortunately, I clean up by the time we are about to move, the whole place is messed up. And I'm not able to. I end up going to work late. I'm in a hurry, take them to school. By the time I come back, it's late, bath them, eat and all that, and I sleep late too. But that one even doesn't bother me so much. My main problem is, by the time I finish taking care, you said we should bring our husbands first. By the time I finish taking care of them, especially by the time we finish bathing, take care of them, by the time they are dressed up, I'm so tired and I'm breathless. I can't even, smear pomade on myself and all that. And my husband has a problem with me. He wants me to smear my pomade, look good. So how do I do that? Because it's really a problem. Thank you.
Thank you. You see, the problem is our career women with their children and with everything. This is where we should learn to adjust. It is not always every day that your husband will need the sex. But the day that he needs it, you should make sure you are so attractive. Then, putting the children in the home, how things are messed up. You see, when the children are young, that is when you should teach them, when you finish eating, put it in the dustbin. You teach them now when they are young, so that sometimes when even your bed is clean and they come on it and they are jumping, hey, mommy said when he lays the bed, we shouldn't go there. You see, there is a lot of ways to do the same thing that you are talking about. Because you have put on you that it is a stress, it will stress you up. But you have to do it with a joy. I learn how to keep these children. Then I will learn how to do my work. I have to get time for this man who gave me the babies. Who gave you the babies? It's the man. So if you are going to do that, then now the men are not going to give us the babies. But that is what we also want. So it will take some time, but you will learn to adjust. Some people have 4. They have 6.
I think it's just flimsy excuse, because even when the children grow, they are still doing the same excuse. When the children are even 18, they are still using the children as excuse. So what you don't know how to do now, when your children become 30, you can't know how to do. My dear, smear the pomade. Mommy, she should smear the pomade. Yes, the career women are killing our pennies. Mini no ni mina hona eh. The job and crown a mashe. They are stressing you, mommy. Put your hands together for Mama Gloria. Mommy, it's an honor. Oh, please, can I have my mommy? Mommy, please, I have some small presentation for you. Can I have mommy's presentation, very, very?